Okay, next item is open enrollment exception requests.
We do have 3 open enrollment requests. These are 3 students, all from the same family. They have never attended school in the Toma School District. So they moved to Toma from California, and they have asked to attend a virtual charter school. So they're just saying that they believe it's in the best interest of their child to attend a virtual school rather than attend the Toma School District.
Is there something embedded on this? I just had never been able to.
Oh,
I was able to open it.
You know what,
Really?
I did, you weren't able to see
I
it?
was able to.
I was
The
not.
PDF?
Mine's a email that's embedded with an attachment on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that. I
Double
just.
click on the
Yes.
attachment.
I don't have to.
Okay. Yeah,
I was able to.
I think that, yes, it came in an email, and then you have to click on the email, because Sheila sent me that.
And the reason why it's not up on screen is because it individually identifies
Right.
each
Yes.
student.
Do you have it?
Oh, here. I was in the wrong spot. If you click on the, you should be able to.
Right.
You try it.
I think you did it, but
There it is.
Thank you. I'm sorry, and so these are all connected?
Yes.
It's all the same family?
All the same family. They have a 6th, 8th, and 10th grader. It's interesting because I know that there was a recommendation made under the open enrollment suggestions that students have to at least attend a school for a semester before they ask to have an exception. And I guess that's where I struggle a little bit with this, that these folks have come to our community, which is wonderful, but they haven't even tried our school. They're choosing to enroll in a virtual school. But again, the language allows them, permits them to do that, and I suppose you could take the argument that they may feel coming mid-year, it's just best to enroll in coursework that they can go through, but hopefully they would at some point want to at least try out our school district, because we have a lot of great opportunities for kids.
Well, it would seem to me it'd be more problematic if they had not used our schools and then just chose another school district. Here, they're going to a different form of school. So I don't, not that it's still a little frustrating, but they've just chosen an entirely different form of schooling. And so I guess maybe there's some consolation that they are not rejecting the school district for what it offers, but they have their own private reasons for needing a different form of schooling.
do we know where they went to school in California?
No, we do not.
So I wonder if they were a virtual school.
They very well may have been.
There's very little that you can
We do
actually
not.
know regarding open enrollment requests.
And you see what the information that we get. This is the application. So it does say on there that they are not currently attending a virtual charter school, because you would think if they were enrolled in one in
They could just
California,
continue
they would be
here.
able to finish, since it's,
Yeah.
but,
But certainly you can, I wondered that too, moving mid-year might be more a real awkward situation where maybe you would want to attempt something different, or at least this school year.
But as I look at this, there's no letter that accompanies this. Sometimes it seems with our request, there's a letter from the parent explaining what has happened, but
Yes.
I don't see that
No.
here.
it does look like the 10th grader was attending Shasta Home High School. When you look at the application there.
Now, this would be one that we had discussed possibly encouraging the utilization of the school district partnering with.
Or not, I'm sorry, the Medford.
But we really haven't had the opportunity
What's the
to
difference,
do
I'm just
that.
curious, between McFarland and Medford?
Well, Medford is a K-8, so the
Oh,
high
okay.
school
So
student would not
that's
be
true.
able to access that.
I'm sure it's preferable for them to all be
And-
the same.
But I think they're similar because it's McFarland is run through a school district as is Medford. so.
As far as we're concerned, though, we have no preference? Or do we have a preference? I was just,
Well, I think we would have a preference because the rates are cheaper for us via Medford.
okay.
That's the virtual school we
That
have a
we have an-
relation.
yes.
Okay. And we have a contractual
Agreement with
relation.
them, yes.
Are they're still counted as our students for enrollment?
Our third Friday counts, we count the students because they live in the district, so we get credit for the count. But then when we have to deduct that, so to speak, and that payment gets deducted from our last state aid payment, and a portion of that goes to.
That 6,000 and some goes to,
Right.
will go to this
So we
virtual
get
school.
9,000 per student, so if we didn't have any, if they all left, we would actually be making money. The problem is when you have open enrollment, that doesn't necessarily equate to a reduction in class size in some form or fashion. So it's actual loss in, total loss in revenue. If that makes sense, the way I'm saying that?
I'll have to think about it. But they're not using our virtual school.
No.
And so it's going to cost us more, you think?
Yes.
More than what Medford would cost us.
More than what Medford?
Right. But it would be prorated for the school year,
It is
right? So-
prorated for the school year, yes.
But of course, we didn't receive any, they weren't on our third Friday enrollment
No,
count.
they weren't, so we don't receive any
Wouldn't be
funds.
any-
And it wouldn't have mattered.
Anyhow.
Even if they're attending our school, it wouldn't have mattered, because we would not get to count those students for revenue limit purposes. You have that third Friday count, and then once that's locked in, you can't go back, and because that would mean you'd have to redo your levies and so forth and so on.
But regardless of the cost of this particular virtual school, we still don't have to pay any more than what the state requires us to pay for any open enrollment,
Correct.
right? Okay. So we're not paying a premium for this particular request over any other open
And I
enrollment?
believe the dollar amount is $6,495 per student, is that?
It's close.
Pretty darn
I don't know
close.
the
We just looked at
it's
it the
slightly
other
over
day.
6,000.
And so, Mrs. Zardi, your recommendation?
I would recommend approval.
There being no, under the current state of the law, really no basis for denying it.
I'll make a motion to approve the open enrollment applications as presented.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second to approve the open enrollment exception applications as presented. Any other discussion or questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. The ayes have it, motion carries, and so those open enrollment requests are approved.